All right, legends. What is happening here with the price of Bitcoin? Is the low in? That is now the big question, right? Because Andy has spoken about this level. I have spoken about this level. And now the question is the low in? Right? Have we made the fifth wave here to the downside in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are going to start finding upwards momentum over here to even potentially come and claim the high, dare I say, $110,000, right? Legends, today we will do some pure technical analysis and assess the probabilities because there are very specific levels that I am watching to see, well, is the low in or can we go and make another low to the downside before we find upwards continuation? Now, that is the question. But when you apply your trading strategy with good risk management, you actually don't care if we make another low because you can get stopped out and get back into the trade. That is what it's about. Right, legends, stay tuned because today we are going to analyze the price of Bitcoin. Here are some of the scenarios I would like to take you through. Some of the Elliott wave counts that I've done here to the downside. As always, smash up that like button on your way in. It helps the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, to spread the channel to other people that have not seen it. Already subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Let's get the show on the road. Legends, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's do the introduction.
Big move in Bitcoin then, in contrast to all the notes I wrote pre-show, which were telling me that this was going to put Bitcoin under pressure.
The narrative that perhaps this launch of these political meme coins will sap flows from Bitcoin is showing us that it's really not the case this morning. If anything, it's just accelerated the momentum and the excitement around cryptocurrency under another tough administration.
Hi, 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗍. What is all this FOMO about? Should I buy Bitcoin now?
Are you smoking your socks? You should rather watch my show. You should rather watch my show.
Right, legends, let's put some background music on, and there we go. Yes. Okay, let me put it ever so slightly in the background. Let's get in the zone here with the technical analysis. Legends, remember, the favorite exchanges that I trade with is down in the description of this video. If you'd like to take these trades and scenarios that myself and Andy highlight on a daily basis, right? I've still got weeks. And legends, when I say these specials are not going to run forever, because now you get up to $100 by just signing up, okay, without even having to deposit any money. The 50% fee has now been dropped to 25%, but it's still an amazing fee from a trading perspective. So if you haven't taken advantage of this deal, if you still want to have some trading fees discount, if you still want money to be airdropped into your account, if you still want to get free money just by signing up and linking your email or your password, right? You need to get to take advantage of this deal, and where you only need an email and a password to sign up. And I also have Bluffin. They still have that competition running at the moment, $5.6 million up for grabs. And also, the more you trade, the more money gets airdropped into your account. Right, legends, let's get back here into the price of Bitcoin. Grace, welcome. Happy to meet you. Thanks for joining the live stream. Hi, Dewald, best analyst on YouTube. Well, I don't know if I'm the best. I try my best. I don't know if I am the best. It's just one thing in life that I've learned is that when you think that you are the best at something, be that cooking, be that bodybuilding, be that cycling, when when that ego steps in the way, life has this way of just smacking you back into place and say, eat some humble pie. There's always someone faster, better, better looking, better technical analysis. But what I can say is I might not be the best in the world, but I do try my best, okay? And I do try and make unemotional decisions about my trading setups and the scenarios that I'm looking here on Bitcoin. Okay, cool, legends. I bet the big question now on everyone's mind is the low in? That's now the big question, right? So we're going to go and analyze the structure in a moment to say, well, can the low be in? Because in the Legends Pro community, one thing I do want to highlight is that there are, or they can like to be, if I go here onto the 15-minute time frame. Okay. Another thing quickly before I start here, Legends, is someone spoke about the price levels not being clearly visible. I have rewatched my previous live streams, and you know, when you set the quality to 180p, I can see the levels very clearly. But I have zoomed in ever so slightly during this live stream, where I have now increased the percentage to 110%. Okay, I don't want to make it too big because then I run out of real estate. So if you are unable to read the prices here on the side, I do recommend that you increase the quality of the stream, and you do that by going to YouTube. Okay, if you don't know how to do it, right, because some people don't know, you have to click on this little button over here that brings up this menu, right? And then what it says is timer playback. Well, I like to, you know, watch my content on 2x speed. You can go and change the speed over here, but then there's also quality. Okay, make sure that you set it to 180p 60, because my live streams are also broadcasted in 60 frames per second, which basically makes it a little bit smoother, a smoother experience, so it doesn't flicker, right? So I don't look like a robot, right? Cool, Legends. Anyways, if you don't know how to do that, just a little bit of useless information, right? This is where you increase the quality of your stream. Obviously, the lower the quality, the less data you will use, but then you will struggle to see the lines in the price action. Okay, cool. Now, Legends, the one thing I highlighted this morning to the Legends Pro community is there was a shorting setup and there was a longing setup. And these were basically the only two trades that I spoke about this morning. And now the long setup played out. Swing failure from the low, right? You get acceptance back above, you enter like a damn sniper, you protect, you have your stop loss below the low, and as price moves in your favor, you protect your position. Because we protect our cash. That's what we do. We protect our cash because the market's designed to take it. And as soon as you hit resistance, where's my pen now? As soon as you start hitting resistance, okay, like we've done already, resistance, you start taking profits. Because you might be asking yourself the question, okay, well, what if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is done and now it needs to start going back up? Well. Let's analyze the price of Bitcoin now, because there's a chance that we could reject and fall back down. Okay, this morning during my update to the Legends Pro community, these were the only two trades that I highlighted. I want to see a short from the range high, and I want to see a long from the lows, which we got. So at least we got this trade in the bag. And now the question is, myself and Andy analyzed this structure ever so slightly a little bit different, okay? Yesterday, during my morning update, I counted the structure from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however, but I started counting the structure from here, and I got some comments after the stream to say, Dewald, why did you count the structure from here and not from this pivot? Because what often happens, okay, and maybe I should have done a scenario with this structure included as well, but what often happens is you get an A, B, C wave, and your C wave has 5 waves inside of it, where you do not count this part of the structure. That is how I analyzed it yesterday, is to say that, well, there's a chance to form an A, B, C with 5 waves inside of the C wave, and then we start moving back up. But on the larger time frames, you can include the structure. So now, okay, let's analyze the price of Bitcoin and look at the structure that I came up with this morning. So, Legends, it's never easy, but I can tell you guys now, although some of us have counted the structure from an Elliott wave perspective slightly different. And even though some people, okay, said, well, the low, this is an A, B, C, and now this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth wave here to the downside. So some people are counting the end of the structure over here, and this is an A, B, C, and now this is the fifth wave to the downside. I counted the structure a little bit different. I'm saying, well, what if this is a 1, 2, 3 that ended over here? This is now the A, B, and we're going up for a C wave, where we're going to reject and still form the fifth wave to the downside. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you've counted the structure, because whether you've counted it the way that I've got it over here, where 3 ends at this little pivot, and this is a B, C, or whether you said, okay, it ends over here. Okay, let me take the scribble out. It ends over here, and this is an A, B, C to the upside. We were looking for the exact same trading scenarios. Okay, so Elliott wave theory gives you directional bias. Whether the end of the impulse ended over here, or whether it ended over here, or whether it now ended over here, I use the rules of Elliott wave theory to determine whether we can still go and take the low or not. Because the scenario that I have in front of you right now, where we have a 1, 2, 3 that ended over here, and now we are potentially forming still an A, B, C to the upside, is still valid. Yes, there is definitely a scenario, legends, where what if this was the ABC and this was the fifth wave to the downside? It's done and the low is in. Well, my clue is going to be, and I know it's a far away level, is the 0.618. Okay. Once we tap, because these are now the rules of Elliott wave theory and Fibonacci rules that I'm applying over here. Once price taps the 0.618, okay, it invalidates a fourth wave, which means that the low could definitely be in. But I'm not going to wait for the 0.618 to tap before I start looking for longs, because this was the long that I spoke about this morning. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day, legends, is that this was the trading scenario that we were looking at this morning, is to say that whether this is the end of the impulse, whether this is the end of the impulse, I'm looking for one more low. Whether this is A, B, C, and this is the fifth wave, or whether this is an A, B flat, C to the upside, I was looking for a long. It's as simple as that. I was looking for a long. Doesn't matter if it's a B flat or a fifth wave. I don't care. What I do know is once you tap the 0.618, there's a high chance that the low is in. But I can still trade the scenarios here to the downside. But because I know the rules, okay, because I know that if we are still going to come and claim this low again, this now brings me back to where we need to pay attention. Because if you are asking yourself the question, can the low be in? Well, the easy answer is there's a chance. There's a chance that the low could be in. I don't know. But I will attempt a long from a trading setup perspective if my level gets hit. As simple as that, right? And so I am currently in a long over here. My position is already protected. If I get stopped out and we move down further, right, then I'll look for another level. Another level has still not been tapped, legends. I just need to highlight this, okay, to the downside. So the one concerning thing, and maybe the market is going to front run us, is that this range low that I have been watching like a hawk, the range low over here, okay? If you're wondering where on earth does that range low come from, you have to zoom out a little bit here onto the 4-hour time frame. And let me show you. I've snapped it on with a magnet. It's exactly where it needs to be. After a massive impulse to the upside, okay, that first low that you make is referred to as the range low. And now you can see okay, we have not tapped it yet. We haven't tapped it. So it's either the market is going to front run this area, or it's going to go up and it's going to reject there in my red box. Okay, maybe it rejects there in my red box and then it taps the level properly, also tapping the 1.618 range low. And then you have what I refer to as a beautiful ABC corrective structure. Okay, so let me go back here onto the smaller time frame. So legends, there's a chance, okay, if you look at the structure like this, like such, there is a chance still on the cards that this is a 1, 2, 3 that ended over here, and this is an A, B, C to the upside that rejects between the 0.382 and the 50%, because those are fourth wave targets. This is a fourth wave rejection zone. So if price finds momentum here to the upside, remember, if you entered along over here like I did, and you start hitting resistance, especially if you start hitting the 0.382, that's definitely a profit-taking area for me. That's definitely where I take some off the table. In case price rejects and it falls down, at least I get stopped out with profits, and then I can attempt another long. Exactly what happened over here. I can attempt another long if I see the price, and then I'm back in. And at some point, it is going to reverse and start going back to the upside. So, legends, it's just never easy, right? It's never easy. I mean, what is the correct count? How does the structure actually look? Well, you know, the problem is once the structure has finished forming, then it makes complete sense. But until then, we need to speculate and we need to keep an eye on our FIB levels, right? Because I know where the invalidations are and I know what levels we need to hit for continuation to the upside. If the fourth wave does not reject inside the 0.382, which is $90,235, or the 50%, which is $91,526, and we move higher and we tap the 0.618, there's a high chance that we could potentially, even with a correction, continue momentum to the upside. If we do reject inside of this box, there's a chance that we're going to come claim this low again. Right, we're going to claim it again. It's not out the woods just as yet. Okay, I know we all want this to be the low. You know, it's just been dropping, dropping, and at which, you keep on entering, and maybe you're building a swing position over here. I'm not sure. Hopefully, I just hope and pray that if you are building a swing position in the zone, that you are doing it with good risk management and not risking more than what you can afford to lose. And I just hope that you know where to put your stop loss. If you are building a swing trade, okay, so, it makes me nervous when people send me messages that they are building a swing position, and not because it's not possible, but a lot of people struggle with swing positions because they add too much. And swing trade usually equals no stop loss. Like, where do you put your stop loss, right? That's why I just prefer to day trade these scenarios. You get an SFP from the low, you get in. You hit the highs, you take profit. You get stopped out, at least with profits in the bag, you play another long trade. It rolls back down, okay, and maybe it gets a bounce back up. I enter another long trade. I would rather get stopped out multiple times than not knowing where my invalidation is. Legends, it's just not, I don't like swing trading, right? Some altcoins, I do open up swing positions, but boy, oh boy, I play them with small position sizes, low leverage, and I have clear invalidations, okay? So that I still only lose 1 to 2% of my capital when my stop loss gets hit. Like what happened with Rune, like what happened with 𝗖𝗿 when I had those swing positions open. Guys, I lost minimal cash. I did lose, but I lost minimal cash because I didn't see the bullish signs to enable me to add more aggressively to the position. Okay. Right, legends, this is where we like to educate. Hit that like on your way in, and if you haven't hit that like yet, please do so. Let's make the like button a little bit more bullish over here. I also have a surprise coming for you guys. Also have a surprise. I'm going to be a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but I do think you guys will enjoy the surprise. But right, legends, this is basically what I'm watching at the moment on the price of Bitcoin. I am not a type of trader that likes to dive into the 3-minute, 1-minute time frame and go and count all the mini structures and the 1-2s and the 1-2s. It's not that it's not my strength. I don't enjoy doing it, and it feels like watching grass grow. It's a painful exercise for me. I love to watch at the 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour time frames. I love to play around on the larger time frames because the trading scenarios on those time frames for me is more worth it from a risk to reward perspective, and it also enables me to take at least 1, sometimes even 2 trades a day, or at least 3 trades a week. I don't like to stuff around on the 1-minute time frame and do 20 trades a day. It's not my style of trading. It takes too much screen time. And you know, the one thing that you need to realize inside of trading, the person that trades more, a person that takes 20 trades a day versus a person that takes 1 trade a week, does not necessarily make more money than the person that only takes 1 trade a week. Because the person that takes 1 trade a week might have a risk to reward trade of 10-1. And he nails that trade, and he's been patiently waiting for that trade, and it's a high probable trade, and maybe he makes $10,000 with that single trade. He gets in, he gets out, he calls it a week, and he made $10,000 with the trade. Where some traders will enter 10-20 trades every single day, but they've made $2,000 for the week or $1,000 for the week. So it is not about how much you trade. It is about the quality of the trade that you enter with good risk management and the risk to reward for that specific trade. It's very important that you note this down. It's not about how much you trade. It is the quality of the trades that you enter. Okay, because there has been time, legends, where I take 1 or 2 trades a week because the market just didn't give me an obvious opportunity, didn't hit my level properly. The risk to reward maybe didn't make sense for me, and then I miss out on this trade and I miss out on this trade. But I can tell you, when I do take that trade, I'm like, okay, this has now made me all my profits for the next 2 weeks. Now I don't have to stress. I don't have to worry about getting into every damn single trade inside of these structures, okay? Right, legends. And, you know, often what I've also seen is people that overtrade actually lose money because they get tired, they don't sleep properly, they don't take a break from the charts. They, you know, you start getting analysis paralysis, and I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. Trading too much is also not healthy. Right, rather wait for price to come to your area of interest. My area of interest for potential shorting opportunity is an SFP above the highs, okay, together with a 0.382. I'm going to be paying attention over there. If I do see the price action that I like over here, I could attempt a short. If I'm in front of the charts and I'm not sleeping, but it does look like this could potentially only play out much later tonight while I am sleeping, I don't care. I'm not going to stay awake and stare at the charts the whole night. And then tomorrow morning, all it did was this. Okay, didn't hit any of my levels. No, I used to do that. I have to admit, I used to do that. Stare at the candles day in and day out. Right, legends. So now, yes, that is basically what I'm looking at over here. Okay, I want to go here onto the 15-minute time frame and just see, well, you know, I want to go and have a look at CVD here at the moment. Okay, no, we actually made bearish CVD against this pivot, and we swing failed from this pivot. Okay, I can see it. I can see it ever so slightly. Oh, you need to pay attention, right? Look at this. Look at this. Okay, you came up here, right, and you started making bearish CVD. Okay, even against some of these, dare I even say, even against these pivots, there's bearish CVD against these pivots. Okay, well, the target is the low. Oops, target can like to be the low unless this CVD overrides, it starts building bullish CVD, maybe here on white, okay? It makes a higher low, and then it continues here to the upside, right? So let's see if this plays out, but I don't see any weakness except for yellow at the moment, right? There is ever so slight bearish CVD against these two pivots, and the lowest point between the two pivots is the target. Ooh, right, just had to point that out. Go to zero. No, I don't think Bitcoin will go to zero. Right, another sell-off coming. Are we back to break $90,000? Most probably. Nope. Okay, cool. Legends, let's get back here onto the price of Bitcoin. Not seeing really any strength just as yet with this little drop here to the downside. Okay, not seeing too much strength. Legends, if we continue, okay, there's a chance that this low could hold for now. It comes down and it continues back to the upside. Yeah, there's a chance, right? This was a successful SFP, and and I hope you have taken profits at resistance. Look at the resistance. Look at the price action. Look at the resistance. Look at where price bounced. It creates resistance. That is where price is struggling. This is why it's so important from a day trading perspective to pay yourself, because this is quite a significant move from a day trading perspective. It's really significant. You can ask the legends here inside of the chat. They will tell you you can make a lot of money with a move like that, right? You protect your position. If you get stopped out, you call it a day. You've made your money for the day. If it gets a successful SFP, you re-enter like a damn sniper. So legends, levels to the downside that I'm still watching, okay, is when I zoom in or out rather on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, if we do not hold this low and we still continue to the downside, when I take a FIB, a trend-based FIB, okay, speculating on this being an A, B, or this is an A, B, it actually looks more like this scenario over here, A, B, C to the downside, which is going to hit the 1.618. It has confluence with a range low, and I would still want to see how price is going to react in this zone. If it takes the low again, this is where I will be paying attention. This is the last line in the sand. If Bitcoin loses this zone, it's not going to look good. We're most likely going down a lot further, right? Next area, if we lose this zone, is $81,200. That's the next zone where we could maybe by some miracle get a bounce. But what I don't like about that 2 zone over here is that I have told everyone, so let me just clean it up over here. I have told everyone that the 50% Fibonacci, okay, is a 4th wave target. Right, this is a 4th wave target. So if this is number 3 over here, and this is a 4th wave, and we're still expecting another move up to go and complete a 5th wave, the 0.382 and the 50% is where you want to see the maximum target. My only concern with the 50% Fibonacci is that it's in the middle of nowhere. It's floating in the middle of the air. Okay, I don't like that, because this usually means that there's no price action and volume to support a successful bounce. So it could slice through the level and then maybe find support at this consolidation area, which is an alignment with a 0.618. That will invalidate a 4th wave, right? And then we will analyze that situation. But I mean, probabilities is not great for this scenario, but it is a probability nonetheless. Okay, I mean, if you want to tank down, you have to build impulses. There's no impulses here. Not from what I can see. There's no impulses, legends. Everyone calling for a bear market, as per my thumbnail, I see that there's a lot of fear in the market. Extreme fear currently in the market. Okay, yesterday we were at 25. Now we are 21. Extreme fear inside of a bull market usually presents the best buying opportunities. You can go and check out and backtest the fear and greed index and compare it what happened in the previous bull market. Every time inside of a bull market, when you hit extreme fear, that was the best buying opportunity, because extreme fear basically means everyone is too scared to buy. If everyone is too scared to buy, well, maybe that is the uncomfortableness that you need to buy, okay? When everyone is extremely greedy, you should start taking profits. Right, so legends, there is a lot of fear in the market. I see a lot of people calling for the end of the bull cycle over here. Right, and I can't help but wonder that we are hitting support. This is support, legends. This is support. What is nice about the support is that price is slowing down. What's nice about support is price is consolidating, because if this was forming impulses to the downside, which is a very ugly impulsive structure, okay, it's not invalid, it just carries such low probability, legends. And maybe I'll go and explain just briefly why I don't see impulses. If this is the top and we're going into a bear market, you want to ideally see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to see an impulsive structure to the downside. What crap is this? This is not how we started the previous bear market. Okay. Right, this is also not how we started the bull market to the upside. We started it with impulsive waves. We started it with a contracting diagonal. We started actually the bull market with a contracting diagonal. And we started the bear market with an impulsive wave to the downside. This is not impulsive. Just has to be said, right? You want price to slice. You want price to move. Why is it slowing down? Why is it consolidating? Why is it dancing around? Okay, it's not really bearish. Right. Anyways, legends, I could be completely wrong, but it's all just a game of probabilities. We still have the last line of support. We have the range low. We have the 0.382 that's now been tapped for the first time inside of this entire zone. And I mean, dare I say, we still have that 1.618 level just a little bit further down here as well. So this zone for the bulls, this zone needs to hold. And I can tell you guys now that I can get into a trade over here with exceptionally good risk management. And even if price does this, and it falls to $64,000, which is going to scare the crap out of everyone, I will not take a loss. I will most likely, like now, be stopped out at break even. And depending on what the price shows me, I will enter another trade, and as soon as price moves in my favor, I protect my position, and if it wants to fall down, I get stopped out at break even once again. Okay. You know, a lot of people say don't try and catch the bottoms and don't try and catch the tops, but you can do it if you have a successful trading strategy that enables you to do it with good risk management. Right, so legends, this is the zone, okay? This is the zone that needs to hold over here. So let's see if price respects the zone. And, you know, from a lower probability perspective, okay? From a lower probability perspective, if for whatever reason price does fall, okay, you have to zoom out and you have to look at this structure. I mean, look at how beautiful the structure looks. Look at this beautiful impulse to the upside. Even if this is a beautiful impulse and it's now saying, okay, this is an what, A, B, C here to the downside. Okay, let's say it's forming an ABC here to the downside, right? Look at the support that you still have at, okay, but then you need to take your fib from this low. Okay, if that's the case, you need to adjust your fib because then the impulse is finished. Then you take your fib from the low to the high, and now you have immense support at the 0.618. Immense support above these highs over here. Okay, you can see that this 50% is kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's inside of this nothingness. Okay, so price is most probably going to slice through this level if it loses it and come and dance around at the 0.618. And if things get really nasty here to the downside, okay, this is the zone. This can like to be the zone over here. 786 is the maximum bullish target, because guess what, legends? After you have formed an impulse to the upside, there is a high chance that you are going to form a higher low. And what comes after a higher low? Does anyone know what comes after a higher low when you've created an impulse to the upside? Let's map this out. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 needs to be higher, you have to make this a little bit bigger. I've been playing around with minuscule cycles here on the smaller time frames, but that is basically what you are looking at. Okay. What if we go down to $62,000? Can you imagine how bearish the world will be? Can you imagine how bearish the world is going to be if we smack back down to $62,000? Bear market, we're going to take the low. And it has this beautiful impulse to the upside. It has a 3-wave corrective structure, taps the 786, even the 618. Okay. And then it goes and it explodes to the upside to go and complete a 3rd wave, which can easily take us to $200,000. I'm telling you guys now, right? This will be more bullish for the price of Bitcoin than getting one more high and then we fall. Okay, but I guess, legends, the point that I'm trying to make over here is that this is an insane consolidation area. There is an insane amount of volume inside of this consolidation area. It's highly unlikely that price is just going to do this. It is most probably going to bounce and maybe come and bounce, and there's a high chance that it can come and claim the highs once again. Okay, it's not over just as yet. It's not over. This is an insanely bullish structure here. Right, I know that some people are looking at the structure here on the daily time frame, okay, and they are saying, okay, Dewald, it is the bear market, man. You can must now clearly see it's the bear market, so let me take this out the way. You can clearly count a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has to be the end, Dewald. There's 5 waves to the upside. Okay, 5 waves to the upside. Right, what if, legends? Okay, now this is, this is where you start going into super cycle territory. What if, dare I say, this is forming a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, okay, let's make this smaller. I'm just playing what if scenarios, okay. Let's make it white. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Micro, let's make it micro, okay, where the 5th wave, we're going to get an extended 5th wave. And what if this is the 1st wave inside of the 5th wave? Have you thought about that, right? It's possible. It can happen. It's not a high probable scenario. I do think there's a higher chance thing to look at the structures, to say rather a 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is a 3 to the upside. And then you're going to get a 4, 5, 4, 5. That to me is a higher probable scenario, which is still fucking bullish as hell. Okay, but this could be forming the initial wave of a massive explosion to come. So all I'm trying to highlight here, legends, is not over. The only time it will be over is if we claim. I'm going to start getting nervous if we tap the 0.88 at $56,000. That's where I'm going to say, oh shit. Okay, maybe the bull, okay, 5th wave is in, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. Bear market's over, guys. We tap the 0.88, which increases the probabilities of taking the low, because only once you claim the damn low are you changing macro market structure. Price has to claim the low in order to make a lower low. Then it will most probably go back up and make a lower high. Higher highs, higher lows. Now you make a lower low, lower high, and you continue the bear market to the downside. No one can call for a damn bear market over here. Based on what? Based on what are you calling a bear market over here? You have to change market structure. I don't get it, right? Those people are smoking their socks, guys. And I'm not saying the bull market is going to continue. I'm just saying from a technical perspective, there's still a lot that needs to happen. How can you talk about a bear market if you haven't even changed market structure yet? Yes, maybe if price falls down and it claims the low, and when it comes back up, right, I'm going to exit like a crazy maniac. That's where I exit. I do not exit here because that's where retail exit. Price falls down, it claims the low, they get scared, they've lost too much money and they get out of the market. I'm a technical trader. I know that once you've made a lower low, you still need to make a lower high. I wait for the retracement. That's where I exit the market. There, right? I don't exit the market. Yeah. Okay. So if the scenario had to play out, I'll be out over there. And if you keep on following me here on the live stream, we will do this together. So, we will say, okay, legends, we've now changed market structure. Okay, don't cash out just as yet. I know it's feeling uncomfortable. Let's just wait for the lower high, right? Let's cash out here somewhere. Okay, don't be stupid and cash out over here. You can still claw back some money, right? Right, cool. So legends, that's basically what I wanted to explain over here. And I mean, I do still have, let me delete. I just want to show everyone something over here. I mean, the world is bearish at the moment. Okay. I'm not even sure if anyone wants to see this, but I do have the 1-1-2 combo scenario over here, which I have drawn up very conservatively from a target perspective, and it can go as high as $270,000, even higher, but I kept the targets very conservative. Okay, there's just one problem, and this is what I've highlighted previously as well. Okay, so let me take the FIBONACCI out the way, just clean it up ever so slightly, and I can take the today analysis out, but there is a chance that we have formed a 1-2-1-2, and this is the first wave inside of your third wave, okay, which basically means it's going to go a lot higher, and then the entire structure moves up, right? But let me just leave it there for now. So this could potentially be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it goes and completes this third wave up there. I don't know. The reason I don't like to talk about the scenario is because once you start the third wave, and it's already started, you want to see volume increase. Volume needs to increase because your third wave has the most amount of volume, and volume is decreasing. This is why I don't like to talk about the scenario. The only reason I think that there's still a potential, maybe a glimmer of hope for this scenario, is because from a timing cycle perspective, we are not done. Okay. Right. Cool, legends. Let me take this out the way. Just now people get too bullish over here, right? And that scenario does carry low probability, not as low as the bearish case scenario. Okay. Right, legends. The highest probable scenario is that we are still expecting one more high. We find support over here, we make another high, and we're done. Okay. It is what it is, right? And then we go A, B, C to the downside. And then you create, guess what? 1, 2. So this could, this could take 13 months. Remember, this corrective structure could take 13 months to play out. That's a long time, right? That's the bear market. But I'm still expecting a higher low during the next bear market because this is an impulsive structure. I'm still expecting a higher low. And then we're going to go into the next bull market. And we're just going to explode here to the upside. Okay, anyways, legends, that's too much macro stuff, right? It doesn't give us trading scenarios and probabilities in terms of what we need to look out for right now. At the end of the day, from a spot back perspective, yes, it would be nice to get higher momentum. It would still be nice to get that altcoin season that everyone is waiting for, right? So we trade the levels that we have currently in front of us, and okay, and the longing opportunity was here. I hope you got in with good risk management. That is the long opportunity. If I get stopped out, I will attempt another long with good risk management. But I just want to stress, legends, the technical analysis that I provide here on the live stream, when I say that there's a potential for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that still needs to complete. Okay, if price continues to the downside, it is what it is, but I'm not losing money with a move to the downside. I will be assessing another scenario at the downside and entering with good risk management, because my trading style allows me to catch the bottoms without losing money. That's the power about your trading strategy. It allows me to get in every time, take profits, and when it does it again, I enter another long. Okay, well, sorry, over there, another long, and I take profits. And if it does it again, I enter another long. I know where to put my stop loss. I protect my position. Okay. Yeah, guys, I talk about this so often, right? You take profits when you hit resistance. Okay. And you long with good risk management. And if price waterfalls, so basically if price is below my area of interest, I can tell you guys now, let's just look at the price action over here on the 15-minute time frame. You can like to hit that button, that like button for the education and the alpha over here. Okay. When I got into this long, I was not interested as long as price is below my area of interest. I am not interested in a trade. As long as it's there, not interested. When price moves up and it's above my area of interest, that is where I'm interested, right over there. I am very interested in the trade because now I know where to put my stop loss. Okay, very important, right, legends? So even if my analysis is wrong and I'm not the best technical analyst, and I think, every technical analyst, it doesn't matter how good they are, get it wrong. And that is why we trade with stop losses. It's as simple as that, right? If your technical analysis was so good that you are never wrong, it means that you can trade very successfully week after week, month after month, year after year without using stop losses, okay? You'll someone phone the exchange and tell them, hey, you must switch off that stop loss feature. I don't need it. I can predict it like a king, It doesn't exist, right? It just doesn't exist. Right, let's go through some comments over here. Say hi to the beautiful community. Sup, legends? Andy in the house. Welcome, Andy. Right, we both love to educate and teach everyone good risk management. I don't think, Andy, that I'm not sure if you're still here in the stream. I'm not sure if I have ever seen anyone's channels except me and Andy's channels that actually speak about risk management, that educate people from a swing failure perspective, that teaches people harmonics, teach people volume trading, breakout trading, risk to reward, how to manage your risk management from a portfolio perspective. There's not, if you guys know of anyone teaching risk management and technical analysis like myself and Andy, let me know, because I would love to go and follow them, right? There's just so much junk on YouTube, right? There's more people showing off their trades than actually teaching you how they take the trades with good risk management. Okay, right, legends, Matt in the house. If you guys have not checked out Matt's channel, he's here as well. I feel so privileged. I've got Andy and Matt here in the live stream. Legends, there's Andy, right down in the comments, and there's Matt. Matt provides insane news. Okay, I watch Matt on a daily basis. He drops the alpha and he summarizes all the news that I need to pay attention to. And he has this gift to explain the news to me in a way that makes sense, so that I don't have to go and dissect it and spend hours on Twitter, X, and YouTube. Right, so give Matt a follow if you haven't done so already for your daily dose of alpha news, sentiment, fundamentals, Right, absolutely legend over here. And right, and then I've got Andy as well, guys. And I'm sure most of you over here know Andy. Most of you know Andy, right? He's here in the comment section. Also, you know, if you haven't checked out Andy, an absolute phenomenal technical trader, right? Absolute legends, two little legends over here. And I don't watch a lot of people, guys. I follow about 4 people on YouTube. Andy's one of them, Matt's one of them, and then 2 more other people. And I have spoken about one of those other people. You know who it is, right? If you've been following me for a while, you know who it is. Right, yeah, the whole Bitcoin Sense team, the whole Bitcoin Census team here in the house. Right, cool, legends. Let's go through some more comment. 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫 does 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗫 teach good risk management? I'd love to actually, I need to actually just watch one of his streams from the beginning to the end. Right, 𝗬𝗆𝗫𝗽𝗫. Okay, what I'll do is after the stream, I will go and check out all these YouTube channels of the guys and people that you recommend and see if they, you know, teach proper risk management, how to get into trades, never, you know, the portfolio or the position size, and do they explain different trading strategies, educate, or do they just show off trades, right? Dewald, can you explain the 3 different CVDs when you use them? What's your top 3 altcoins? I'll get to that in a second. The three different CVDs, okay, that I use is it's 3 different lines, right? And each line is just a different exchange. So I need to take my face here out the way to show you. Okay. You should still be able to hear me. Right. So the blue line is Bybit, USDT. Okay, this is people trading with USDT, the blue line over here. Okay, the blue line, this blue line over here. The yellow line is Bybit USD. And then the white line is all the exchanges combined. Right. You can trade only with one line. You don't have to trade with all 3, but I have noticed that the yellow line is especially powerful, and the blue line, ironically, has actually shown me a lot of bearish CVD where the yellow and the white showed me nothing. And then the blue, so the blue one I have noticed from a backtesting perspective shows bearish CVD often that plays out that the yellow and the white doesn't show. Okay, but basically it's just different exchanges. That's all it boils down to. Right, so let me put my pretty face here back onto the screen. Can we apply your strategy on Forex? You can apply any trading strategy on any commodity, equity, Forex, whatever you want to do, right? You can apply any trading strategy to any instrument, okay, for lack of a better word. Right, but it does help to backtest that strategy on this on the instrument that you would like to trade, or equity or Forex or commodity, whatever the case might be. Some strategies works better on certain commodities or equities. I do know that the D-line strategy, the trend line strategy, the breakout strategy, the strategy that everyone thinks doesn't work, this little... Okay, I just lost my chart over here. Let's try again. This strategy over here, the breakout strategy, okay, everyone is familiar with the trends. I know that crude oil, okay, has a high success with this trading strategy. Not so much swing failure patterns, not so much Elliott wave theory. Loves trend lines. Loves it. If you know how to do them properly, if you can master trend lines, because a lot of people look at trend lines and think, can't trade with them, you know, I've been stopped out, I've lost too much money with them. The question is, have you perfected it? Have you backtested it? Have you learned what equals a fake out? Have you learned what you need to look out for strength and for weakness? Okay, and if you can't answer those questions, don't diss the strategy, okay? Because I know of, I'm not sure if you guys know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention this person's name, but there's a extremely high profitable trader in the world that uses trend line strategy on crude oil, and she makes, yeah, she or he makes a lot of money just using the D-line strategy. Okay, so right, let's go through some more comments. Could you make could you make a video showing how you set up all your levels, dailies, weeklies? I do have a level. I do have a video. Okay, let me go back here onto my channel. Right, legends, if you go onto my YouTube channel, okay, let me just take this out the way. Let me take my face out the way so you guys can see. Right, there we go. If you go onto my YouTube channel where my pretty face is showing that I'm live at the moment, right, and you scroll down, you will see there's a section that says trading tutorials. Okay, trading tutorials over here. I highly recommend that if you take trading seriously, okay, that you go and check out all the videos. That it's not a lot. I mean, there are 11 videos inside of here where I teach you almost everything that I know as a technical trader. Okay, there's my D-line strategy, what you need to start out as a trader, how to trade on 𝗬𝗫𝗄𝗍, what the moon phases do in trading, investment, a spot back investment strategy. Here is the daily, weekly, and monthly levels that I explained over here. Some of these videos are very old, so please excuse the quality, but you will still get the education out of the video. This is how you can profit and actually successfully trade the fear and greed index. Right, there was some. Okay, I'm not sure why this is. I actually need to remove this one. I'm not sure why this video is here, but how much money you need as a trader, right? That's something that I think I recorded this in Dubai, if I'm not mistaken. How much money you actually need to be a successful day trader, right? How to trade on weeks and how to apply risk management. Go check out these videos, because I often see a lot of you guys ask questions that I've covered in these videos. So take some time, go and enrich your mind. Okay, highly beneficial, these videos, especially if you want to learn the game, right? I don't mind sharing knowledge. Okay, let me put myself back on here. Okay, there we go. Right, there we go. Cool. Tori. Might be it. Tori trade. Yes, you guys know. Right. Very beginning of introduction sounds like a war zone. Then Dewald comes to the rescue. Okay, I've answered that. Right. Just want to see if there's anything else. Okay, I think we've gone through all the comments over here. Yes, we have gone through all the comments over here. Right, legends. Now, okay. What else did I want to discuss over here? I wanted to discuss quickly this scenario, okay? The reason, legends, this is not impulsive, okay? I just quickly want you to draw your attention to this, okay? There's a trend, beautiful trend, got respected very well, okay? Well, yeah, so, you know, looks beautiful, that little trend. But then you have this shit show, okay? Not pretty. So I see people are saying that they can count a 1, 2, or a 1, 2. This is forming a 3, 4, 5. Big problem with the structure is that an expanding structure, especially on such a large time frame, is extremely rare and never preferred unless all other scenarios fail. This is a bearish structure. This is where you form 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go back up for an ABC and you just tank to the downside. Very rare structure. I also want to draw your attention to something else. Okay, let's go back here onto the 8-hour time frame, because I remember this year. Okay, everyone was saying the exact same thing over here. We are forming a trumpet fifth wave structure here to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however you want to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We were going to go down. And what was funny about this structure over here is I remember when we were here and we made this low. I remember everyone. Sorry, legends, I just need to put my phone on mute. My alarm's going off here. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I remember when we were trading over here, everyone was calling for, what was it, $40,000. They wanted us to come and find support inside of this box. When we were here, everyone was calling for this zone. Okay. Myself and Andy, I think we were some of, and maybe some other analysts as well, we were saying, hey, don't forget about this zone. It can provide support. You know, if you get an SFP over there and you successfully trade, you know, move up, we could get the bounce. And now the rest is history. But it never ceases to amaze me that when you go to lower levels, there's always the majority of the market calling for lower levels. Okay, if you were here during this, if you were here, you will remember like yesterday that when we were trading over here, everyone was calling for $42,000, $40,000. Everyone was calling for the zone. What happened? We didn't get there. We went up. And it kind of now feels the same. Everyone is calling for $76,000, $75,000. Everyone is calling for this level. And it reminds me of what happened over there. And I'm just like, well, what if we continue? Okay. Everyone is calling for that trumpet, you know, this trumpet expanding thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or one, you know, however you want to count this trumpet thing here to the downside. It is a highly, highly, highly rare structure, especially on the larger time frames. Everyone was calling about, you know, talking about this structure here to the downside as a trumpet structure, where you're basically forming that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going back for an A, B, C, and we are going to fall down. Okay, well, we should have actually rejected here. You're not allowed to take the highs. Okay, very rare, never preferred. There was no impulses here, nothing. And I remember you guys can go and back check. You can go and back check the live streams that I did during this entire zone, where I said the bull market is not over. This is ranging. We have too many 0.88 taps here at the top. There's too many. Probabilities are higher to move up than fall down. We got the support at this consolidation area, and the rest is history. I could not count any impulsive waves to the downside over here. There was no impulsive waves. An expanding structure is extremely rare and should only be considered once all other scenarios have failed. All other scenarios have not failed yet. Okay. Then there's another scenario, okay, if it's not the expanding, and then there's another scenario where people are looking at the structure saying that, well, okay, well, it's double 1-2s. It's double 1-2s. We're forming double 1-2s here to the bottom. Okay, we're building up. Dare I even say 1, 2, wait, let me just get my ducks here in a row. Right, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, remember in a double 1-2 combo, you want to see 1-2, 1-2, even triple 1-2, 1-2, even a quadruple 1-2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. You know, it basically builds that little structure and it ends with that structure. And the same happens to the downside. You get 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and it falls. Okay, do you guys see what I'm drawing over here? The 1-2s becomes smaller. Okay, and typically your first 1-2 is bigger in size, and your impulses and your corrective structures balance from a timing perspective as well. So there are two big problems, okay, with these structures here. So first one is, if you're counting this as a, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Holy shit, that looks wonky. That looks wonky as hell. Okay, can I switch the price off? Can I switch the price action off? Yes, I can. Let's see. Just want to see what it looks like when I switch the price action off. No, guys. No, it doesn't look right. What is this? What is this? This little sore thumb, like someone's throwing you a middle finger over here. The structure doesn't look right. And regardless of whether the structure looks right, ideally what you want to see is a large 1-2, a smaller 1-2, a little bit smaller 1-2, and then you want to see the breakdown. What is this? It doesn't make sense. Okay. Another problem is, let me see if I can find Bitcoin here again. Here we go, right? Is that your impulse and your correction does not balance at all. You have an extremely short impulse and an extremely long corrective structure. Okay? Then you have this little impulse and you have this corrective structure. Then you have this short impulse. Okay, and then what is this? This doesn't make sense. Okay, let me show you guys here on the smaller, well, I don't even have to go into the smaller time frame. Let's look at this structure over here. If this is 1, 2, okay, look at this from a timing perspective. From the start of the impulse, from the start of the impulse to the end, which is there, okay, this corrective structure is, 8, 9, 10, almost 11 times longer than the impulse. It is very uncommon for a 1-2 to be 11 times longer than the impulse. Very uncommon. It is way more common for a corrective structure, an A, B, C. That is way more common. To have an A and a B wave being overextended in time is perfectly normal. Okay, so there's just so many things that count against it. Okay, legends, and I think if there's just that thing that says if it doesn't look like a double 1-2 combo, if it doesn't look impulsive to the downside, if it looks choppy and sideways, it is more than likely a corrective structure. Okay. It's one of those things, if it smells like a corrective structure, if it looks like a corrective structure, if it's difficult to count the structure from an impulsive perspective to the downside, it's more than likely a damn corrective structure. This looks corrective. It does not look impulsive. And if you want to go into a bear market, you have to build impulses to the downside, right? Let's go onto the daily time frame. Let me show you. Okay, here's the previous bear market. That started over here. Okay, I want to zoom into the 4-hour over here, but I'm going to lose my space. Can you guys see how aggressively you made the top and it said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you guys see? Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The levels balanced. It didn't tap the 0.618, but it got aggressive very quickly to the downside. It didn't do this. And now everyone's calling for a bear market. Okay, it was impulsive to the downside. I can count impulses here to the downside very clearly. 1, 2, and these are most probably triple 1-2s. But anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear impulses. A, B, C. Make a higher low, and you continue the momentum to the downside. Right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, impulses to the downside. What is this? This is not impulsive to the downside. This just looks like it's looking for parking. It wants to find support and move back to the upside. Right, so legends, that's what I wanted to highlight here on the larger time frame. And okay. Then I want to go through some altcoins here as well. Just a couple of altcoins that I'm keeping an eye on. I specifically want to go here through Ethereum and see how it looks like here on Ethereum. And remember, these altcoins can be traded with the links down in the description, where you get the biggest sign-up bonuses and the lowest trading fees. By using Weeks, you get 25% discount on your trading fees. You get up to $100 for free just by signing up, linking your email on your password, and then money gets airdropped into your account. Also, when you deposit $200 into your futures account, if you want to deposit money in there to start trading with, okay, you get $100 mahala. You have to leave the money there for 24 hours. Bluffin, all you need is an email and a password. Money gets airdropped into your account the more you trade. These are the two exchanges where you only need an email and a password to sign up, right? If you can verify and you want to verify, I still use Bybit and 𝗞𝗍 as well. 𝗞𝗍 is just, you know, they are still the exchange with the lowest fees at the moment. Right, but some people can't use it because, you know, there's leverage involved, the country doesn't allow it, whatever the case might be. Okay, then, you know, we've got these two options. Okay, right, let's go smash up that like for the education legends. Yes, Mr. Junior, welcome in the house. Anthony, we need fast week to have retailers not be able to get in. Yeah, I kind of agree, Anthony. You know, if I had to have my way, which I don't often get, but sometimes I do get it, okay? If I had to have my way, I would like to see one more low. Okay, if I look at this structure and I do this, I would like the fourth wave to end over here and still make a low. I would like to see that. Okay, let me switch on the line so everyone can see what I mean. I might not get it because the low could be in, because you could also count this as what if 4 was over here and now this is the 5th and we're going to start moving back up. Okay, definitely a possibility, but there is a chance that we form a larger fourth wave and we still make another low. Okay, definitely a possibility. Right, so if I could have my way, I like, you know, legends, I really like my levels to be tapped. I still have this level here, the range low, still not tapped. Still not tapped. I would like this level to be tapped properly. And it can even get a little bit aggressive and then it gets that momentum, you know, or that wick back up. I'd like to see that. I'm going to be there. There like a bear, right? But there is a chance that the low could be in. And this is why I'm in this long at the moment. I also went some altcoin shopping this morning. Okay, I went some call me crazy. When I, guys, you know, this is just who I am. When I see fear, extreme fear, when I see people selling their spot bags, when I get messages from friends saying that they got out, when everyone is calling for a bear market, you know, this is fear. I'm smelling the fear. I'm smelling the blood in the street. Everyone's too scared at the moment. Everyone's calling for a bear market. Everyone thinks that we're going to $75,000. The fear and greed index is at extreme fear. That is where I buy. Okay, call me crazy, but I like to buy fear and I like to sell greed. And at the moment, we have a lot of fear in the market. And this morning, I went a little bit altcoin shopping. Okay, because we could get a little bounce in the zone, right? Low is either in or we make that one more 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where this is an A, B, C flat. This is a B wave, you have a C wave, and then you make one more low in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So very important to pay attention to this box. What you want to do is you want to take a fib, normal fib retracement from this pivot, that little pivot. Okay, let me zoom in so everyone can see, because you might not be able to see it clearly. Okay, let's do that. Right, you take a normal fib from that pivot to this low, not that one, this low. Okay, you drag it across, and then inside of this boxy that I have over here, which is, you know, that box, is where you would like to see the rejection. 382 and 50%. If price finds the strength to move up here and it loses this zone, it basically gets a swing failure pattern from these highs. Okay, it breaks out, like what happened here. It breaks out, it gets acceptance back below, and it starts falling down. There's a chance that this is an A, B, C, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it completes the fifth wave. And like you said, I can't remember who said it now. Like you said, it would be nice to get one more sweep of the low, because I think people are still too hopeful. People haven't been scared out just enough. Maybe they have because of all the messages that I got today, right? But let's see. Let's see, legends. Or the market is going to front run. You know, everyone's still expecting for this level. Maybe the market has just front run the zone. Everyone waiting, like me, waiting. But that's why I'm in a long, legends, and that is why I did some altcoin shopping this morning, because we might not get it. I would like us to get it, but we might not get it. We might be building up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. It looks like we're rejecting. Bully CVD starts building up, and you continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we start reversing back to the upside. Okay, cool. If low in, where to enter now? If low in, where to enter now? It's at the retracement. Right, so what you want to do is, if you believe that the low is in, often what I do is, when I miss a swing failure pattern, okay, so this is where you were supposed to enter. If I take a magnet, snap it onto this low, okay, this is where you were supposed to enter, right over there with your stop loss below the low. If I miss the trade and the market gives me a second opportunity to get in, and I'm speculating on this could be the low, I don't think we're going to tap this level, okay, but even if you tap the level, you have a stop loss in place. What I like to do is I zoom into the structure so everyone can see. Okay, on the 5-minute time frame, I like to take a fib from the low to the high, and when I start tapping, so what I will sometimes do is I will buy a little bit at the 618, and I will buy my final position. So maybe here I buy 0.05 or 0.5%. Yes, I enter a 0.5% position over here, and I enter another 0.5 position over here, which means I've now entered with 1% of my portfolio. Okay, I like the 618, 786 maximum target, and I have my stop loss below the low. So this is where you re-enter after the pump and you've missed it. This is where you re-enter and you put your stop below the low, because it could come and stop you out, and then it just tanks to the downside. You want to be out of the trade. Okay, so this is the zone where you re-enter, which you've now missed. Okay, that's why, you know, if you want to enter in a little bit later, you have to just use less capital, because your stop loss becomes further away, right? That's the danger. The further away price moves and you believe that the low is in, the less capital you have to put in the trade, so that if you get stopped out, you still only lose 1 or 2% of your portfolio. Okay. Right, Sir Dewald, is it a high probability that the low is in? 50-50. I cannot say. 50-50. I am leaning in the camp of, okay, if I look at, I'm leaning in the camp of, if this is, where's my structure? Let me go back here onto the 15-minute. Okay, this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it could also be that the fourth is not done and we still need to make a fifth wave to the downside. Okay. The one thing I just have to highlight that is a little bit concerning for me over here, and why I think we can still form a fourth wave. The reason why I think we can still form a fourth wave and still come back down is because when I take a fib from the high to the low, we have not tapped a minimum Fibonacci level. Yes, we have tapped the 0.236, but it's a rare target. The 0.382 is considered a valid minimum target. The 0.50, okay, is considered a maximum target for a fourth wave. The fact that we have made a 1, 2, 3 and this fourth wave has not tapped a proper fib level tells me that this could potentially be an A, B, see that's going to tap a proper fib level and we come back once more. So if you had to put a gun to my head and ask me, Dewald, up or down, I'm going to say 50-50. I don't know. The low could definitely be in. Let's look at CVD. Okay, I am spotting berry CVD. So looking at CVD at the moment, I would say, well, maybe we're still going to make one low. Okay, and I'm basing my decision and my comment on data. Okay, I see some berry CVD building up on blue. Ever so slightly. A local berry CVD building up on blue. So if price moves higher, I can imagine that CVD will only increase. But then you have, okay, anyways, I'm not going to go through that now. I think that's going to complicate the scenario. I am spotting local berry CVD. So maybe from a data perspective, there's a chance that this structure could still make a 4 and then fall down. Okay, but I have to say, legends, that I am in a long with a position that's protected. And if I get stopped out, so be it. I don't care. I will look for next trading situation. I don't like to lose money. I don't like the market to take my money. Okay, I'm not going to be that person that adds to their position. And what if we do get $75,000 and you're going to still be adding, you have nothing left to add and you liquidate it. That's not how I trade. Okay. So Dewald, how's AR? AR is actually, that's one of the alts that I actually added a little bit this morning. Who asked? Jack, I added some AR this morning. A little bit to my spot bags, but I actually bought a lot yesterday over here. This is my entry. I can show you guys. I can share. You know, people don't believe me sometimes. I will share with you my P&L screenshots. I have a week's trade over here, and I have a 𝗖𝗂𝗍𝗍 trade open over here, and I have a 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽 trade open over here. Okay, and my position. Guess what? You know me too well. My position is protected. Okay, so if AR comes back down, I will re-enter. Okay. I think AR is one of those only altcoins when I set my alarms, and if my alarm had to go off while I'm sleeping, I will wake up and come and re-enter this trade. I want to catch the low for AR. You guys don't understand. I want the AR low because I know how juicy it's going to get to the upside, right? This is one token I don't mind getting up for, okay? Because I can enter every time and protect my position. And if I'm wrong, I enter again. When price moves up, I protect my position. So I will most probably, legends, I don't even mind getting stopped out 20 times, but I can tell you now every 20th, all 20 times, I would have only lost a little bit of trading fees. I will not get stopped out with a loss, but I'm going to catch that bottom. I'm going to fucking catch it. You don't understand, right? Because I got stopped out again. You all know I've been talking about AR, right? I mean, this was an epic entry that I had over here. Epic. And I was like, okay, high, looks good. Looks like it wants to go. Got stopped out. Right? And then I saw this structure. When was this? Monday morning when we had to dump. Can't remember. Okay, Monday morning. Yeah, Tuesday. On Tuesday, I re-entered, right? When I saw this, I was like, if we get acceptance back above this low, I'm going to re-enter. And I did. I re-entered over there. So I have an entry over here. And I will share with you guys the P&Ls tomorrow. I'm not going to go and log into all the exchanges now. Okay, so, and I want to catch the low because I know it's going to get epic. Once it leaves, it's going to leave. AR looks really good from a macro perspective. The structure is so beautifully intact. Okay. And AR still also has a lot of breathing room to the downside. Okay, so from a logarithmic perspective, I mean, this is, you know, I will keep on catching the lows until it taps the 0.88 and then maybe I'll stop. Okay, but I mean, AR is still here between the 618 and 786. It's here in the middle. It's still bullish. Impulse, corrective structure, continuation. I want to catch that low. I want to see if I can catch that low. And maybe I did catch the low. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it's going to make another low and come and tap the 786. But I will be there. I will be there catching the low with good risk management, not adding to my position, get stopped out and enter a fresh position. Okay. So yes, looking really good. How you protect on spot? You can, depending on which exchange you use, you can put a trigger order, right? You can put stop losses on exchanges, right? I'm not sure if I cover stop losses inside of my tutorials, but you can have stop losses on spot, and you can, you know, put your stop loss at your entry price or a little bit further down, like $1 away, whatever the case might be. Definitely possible. Dewald, that's how I feel about. Hey, behave. Don't start with your ass cream again. Okay, but every dip still till I die. Right, Mr. Robert, no, don't start again today. Right, I entered AR also at 6.71. 6.71. Let's go check it out. 6.71. Jarek, me and you, if we keep on catching the bottom here with Mr. AR over here, you entered at 6.71. Oh, you have a much lower entry on spot. Okay, you must probably have a much lower entry on spot. Okay, cool. I'm trying to catch a swing trade over here, right? Low leverage swing trade over here. I do have a position in spot. That thing must just go, right? But I'm trying to catch a swing position, a 2x, 3x swing position. This is what I'm trying to catch here on AR. Right, I just need to go back to regular. Okay, 6 point. Yeah, I mean, you've got a spot position. Right. Or hedge your spot. Yes. Why won't Ondo go up? Not sure. Maybe because it's not time yet. There's no hedge on spot. Yes, you can't short spot. You're quite correct. Correct. 𝗞𝗔, you're quite correct. You can't short spot. Okay. You can play 1x on features and short on spot. Basically meaning that you are shorting 1x to the downside. So guys, I can tell you something that I sometimes enjoy doing is that even with some of my spot entries at 1x leverage, I will use the features section because the AI is way better. The UI is way better. I can see my positions. I can see my profits, my losses a lot better because the exchanges do spend a lot more money inside of the features section because that's where they make the most amount of money. Okay, so they spend a lot more time on the UI, the UX, making it pretty and sexy. So I'm not saying all my spot positions, but some of my spot positions I actually do have open on features using 1x leverage. And sometimes you do want to short 1x to the downside. Okay, sometimes you want to do that and then you can do it inside of there. Dewald, I think price will go to 84k AVAP from August, first massive bounce, but a lower high than 67. Okay, right, we just, you know, it's unfortunately here on the larger time frames. Guys, I can tell you now, no one, okay, let me go to Bitcoin, maybe that would help. No one in the world can predict where Bitcoin is going to go from such a large time frame perspective. So if you're saying we're going to 84, for example, you know, it's a good speculation. Maybe we're going to 84. Okay, make that low, right? What you're saying, we go back up, we make a lower high at 67. Okay, maybe we go back up, we make a lower high compared to this high, and then we fall down. There's no one that can predict that. It's about the trick is not about predicting where the price can go. Okay, I say a successful trader should not even have the price here. You should not be able to see the price. Your Fibonacci level should not even have the price inside of it. Okay, you should not predict where you think the price can go, because if you have a trading strategy where you apply a swing failure pattern to the lows, you know that you have a range high over here. Okay, price taps it, you see what you want, you short, you know where to take profits as soon as it hits support to the downside. You can apply your trading strategy without even knowing the price. Okay. I think sometimes people get obsessed. They want price to go to $200,000. When people start talking about bear markets, they want it to go to $77,000. If you have a successful trading strategy, you should not even care about price. Doesn't matter. Unless you have spot bags and investments open, then you want price to go up because you can only trade up. So if we are going into a bear market, you're going to be like, oh crap, now my whole portfolio is going to bleed. Okay, but you should not worry about, guys, I can tell you now, the best thing that you can do for yourself, okay, is to switch off your price. Switch it off. Practice your trading strategy, because you don't need price to practice your trading strategies. I can trade this structure very successfully, okay? Right, we actually caught this short. Without me knowing the price, we actually caught that short. Okay, do you guys remember? I think I got it here. Let me do, I want to see something over here. Clips. I want to play you guys this clip. This was epic. I want to see if I can just unmute this. Do you guys remember this? Right. Let me just make sure that I don't have it on 2 times speed. No. Let's get back into... Okay, I mean... Yeah, let's just go here onto the 15-minute time frame. If the bears has any chance of a rejection to the downside, this has to be it. Because if price goes a little bit higher, it might continue to the upside. Because when I take a fib here from the high to the low, okay, you have now rejected by the 786, and this is the level where you have to reject. Okay, for the bears, you have to reject here, because if you tap the 0.88, you increase the probabilities of taking the high and moving higher. So this is the zone. This is where you short with good risk management. No 100x your entire position. No, you take 1% of your portfolio and you can apply leverage to that position. Okay, please guys, I don't want to get personal. Okay, but you guys get the point over there, right, legends? It was there. This is where you short with good risk management right now. If my exchange was open and I didn't get stopped out, I would have shorted the crap out of that level. Okay, beautiful short right over there, and the rest is history. Yeah, to the downside. Okay, but what I'm trying to highlight is I don't need price, okay, to be a successful trader. I don't need it. As an investor, you care about price. As a trader, you don't care about price. You don't care. And I think SGS, yeah, in this, I'm not sure if he's still here. SGS actually spoke about it this morning inside of our Legends Pro community. We also said the worst thing for a trader, for me personally, the worst thing is to get this, that sideways price action that does nothing. It just goes sideways because I can't trade that. There's no volatility. I need this. I need price to go down. I need price to go up because I can trade the volatility. That's how I make money as a day trader. This is where I apply my trading strategies. As a day trader, you do not care. Literally, you do not care where price is going. You don't care if it's going up. You don't care if it's going down, as long as it's going up and down, because you can apply your trading strategy. If you are fixated about the price, you are more than likely an investor. You are not a day trader. If you care about price, you're not a day trader. I can tell you now. Think about it. Just go and think about it. Right. Legends, what else? SGS is here in the house. That sounded like you're talking to me in my dreams. Echoing effect. Hugo, welcome here to the live stream. I was there, 8. Right, you were there. Oh, when we took the short. Okay, I know SGS also took the short, but he actually told me he took it from much higher. So maybe he played the short here from a previous range. Okay, maybe Mr. SGS. I'm not sure if you shorted here, or maybe a little bit higher. I'm not sure, but an absolute legend, still holding some of that position. I mean, absolute legend, guys. Here is 𝗞𝗍𝗃 said for my stop loss not being activated, orders not triggered when the market is active. Dewald, what should that mean? Right, not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by, guys. Here is what 𝗞𝗍𝗃 said for my stop loss not being activated. TP orders may not be triggered when the market is active. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to do, maybe one of the mods can answer that question. I'm not sure. I understand your question. Some say SGS is human. We all know he's AI. Yes, because we only talk to him. We've never seen him. Okay, we've never seen him. I also think SGS is maybe just an A and an I. Right, down to 74. Dewald, what is your take on my situation mentioned above? I don't know. Right, 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗍𝗽, maybe one of the mods can help you out, but I don't fully understand your question. Right, I'm not sure exactly what happened, what you raised with 𝗞𝗍𝗃, but I know if you do contact the support team, they should be able to sort you out. All of the exchanges that I have links for down in the description, they do have user protection funds. So if you did not get stopped out and you did have a stop loss in place, remember everything gets recorded on the system. And I know SGS here in the comms section is also a developer. Everything gets recorded. If you had a stop loss in place, okay, most exchanges, if you had a stop loss and price just falls and your stop loss does not trigger, most exchanges will refund you the cash. You just need to go through the support process because they have user protection funds, especially if they can see that, oh crap, okay, you did have a stop loss. I know some people lie and say, I had a stop loss, it didn't get triggered, and they didn't have a stop loss. Okay, everything gets recorded on the system. Right. My stop loss was not activated and position went in the loss. Okay, so 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗍𝗽, what you could do is you need to reach out to the 𝗞𝗍𝗃 support team, and then, you know, if they should have all the information on the system to prove that you had a stop loss in place, and they should refund you the money because all exchanges have a user protection fund. Okay. D, can you show us AR macro target? Yes, I can. I can show you the AR macro target. So let's quickly, it's going to take me 1 minute. Okay. If I look at AR from a regular perspective, what I like to do is, and we now have to speculate that the low is in over here. Okay. Because I have to use the data that I have today. But if I take a trend-based fib from the low to the high to the low, minimum target that I am looking at AR, 80 to $99. Okay, some might call me crazy, but I'm telling you guys now that's a conservative target. Okay, because when you form a 1, 2, 3, okay, 1.618, a very common and also a minimum target for a third wave. Then you go 4, 5. Okay, so these are my personal conservative targets. Unfortunately, this third wave cannot be predicted. All we know from an Elliott wave perspective is that you want to be in your third wave before it happens. This is why I'm looking for a low over here. Do you guys understand why I'm looking for a low? Okay, with good risk management. Because I want to be inside of this wave before it happens. Because third waves, there's a third wave, are very aggressive to the upside, and they pump extremely fast with high volume to the upside, and they are very difficult to get into if you are not in already trying to get in over here. Okay, it's very nerve-wracking, and you're also exposing yourself to a lot of risk. But the third wave can go, and I need to switch on some fib levels. Okay, let's switch on the 5.618, 6.618. Do I have any other 4.618? Okay, let's just put those on for now. Okay, third waves is regarded as the 1.618 minimum target. It can go to the 2.618, it can go to the 3.618, it can go to the 4.618, 5.618, 6.618. Okay, do you guys remember what happened on 𝗶𝗃? Okay, let's open 𝗶𝗃 here. Let me show you. Is it this one? Yes. Look at 𝗬𝗬. Right, you have, look at this. You have a trend-based fib for this wave 1, 2, and look at where 𝗬𝗬 went. 𝗬𝗬 went to the 3. And where's my 3.618? Here we go. Okay, 𝗬𝗬 went to the 3.618. In its third wave, it actually went to the 3, and then it made 4, 5. It went to the 3.618. And that's what I'm saying, legends. This target that I'm showing you on AR is my bearish target, my conservative target. Let me not say bearish target, my conservative target. Okay, so on the daily time frame, that is my conservative target. I do realize that it can go to the 2.618, it can go to the 4, it can even go to the 5. I'm not going to speculate on high targets like that because we don't know. No one knows. No one has that crystal ball. It can do this. I don't know. Okay. The only other target from a logarithmic perspective I can say is to say that, well, maybe, yes, that's even more crazy, guys. If this is a 1, 2, and you're going to hit the 1.618 over here, $493, I don't want to talk about levels like this, okay? Just let's just call it $80. I'm looking for an $80 AR. That's what I'm looking for. I will be more than happy with an $80 AR. If it goes to 493, then my spot bags will benefit, but I will definitely be out of my swing trades. Okay, I won't have a swing trade open here anymore. I would have taken profits long ago, but my spot bags will still be open. So I will benefit from the momentum from a spot perspective. Right, an AR and all of these altcoins can be traded with the links down in the description. Okay, weeks, no KYC required, right? And also bluffing. 2 stops, sometimes they really... Right, I had a screen recording. Oh, there will be upload. Where? Dewald, can you show your ETH Elliot wave count? Right, first thing I want to look at over here is, I did say I was going to quickly go through ETH here, guys, is that as long as we do not tap the 0.88, okay, at $2,168, there's a high chance that ETH can find support and break the highs in a bullish structure, okay? The 0.88 will start decreasing the probabilities already, but it will not be an invalidation, because the one thing about ETH I have noticed is it likes to violate the 0.88 rule. Because when I look at these little structures, you know, these structures that formed over here, look at how many times it tapped the 0.88. Tapped the 0.88. When you take a fib from that low to the high, it tapped the 0.88. Okay, there was many 0.88 taps on ETH, and ETH looks like it doesn't care about the 0.88. Yeah, there was also another 0.88 tap. Look at that. 0.88, 0.88, 0.88, and it still got a bounce to the upside. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 here to the upside. Can you guys see that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 5. Okay. And now it got the correction. So although I'm saying I don't want it to tap the 0.88, I'm also acknowledging that, yeah, it just destroyed, you know, it ate the 0.88 for breakfast and still got momentum to the upside. So it looks like the altcoins don't really respect the 0.88 rule, like Bitcoin in the mature markets. Let me just clean up the fibs over here. So maybe what I should rather say is, if ETH holds the low and it doesn't take the low, it has a chance. Okay, from a daily perspective, let's go. I mean, I haven't updated this in a while. Okay, from an Elliot wave perspective, something I just want to see over here is, do I still have it? Firstly, do I still have my bullish case? 1, 2, 3, 4. Truncated fifth wave. That's just very rare to have a truncated fifth wave. Let me see something else. Okay, guys, I will go and freshen up my Elliott wave counts here on Ethereum, and I will come and share it with everyone tomorrow. Okay, I will go and freshen it up, but this scenario still stands. 1, 2, and it's building a third wave here to the upside, of which this structure is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the highest probable scenario that I see at the moment. It's building up a third wave, and it has to claim the low at $1,900 before the structure is invalidated. But you have just completed a 1 in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have corrected, okay, during the bear market. No, this was all still during this cycle. Okay, and this is now a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that's building up here to the upside, and it could potentially hit $10,000. This is my bullish count at the moment. I do see at least a $9,000 to $10,000 ETH if we do get the altcoin season. I see $9,000 to $10,000 ETH. Okay, right, legends. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. I've unfortunately run out of time. And remember to smash up that like button. Use the exchanges, the links down in the description to qualify for the biggest sign-up bonuses, lowest trading fees, and where money gets airdropped into your account. And until the next one, legends, cheers for now.